Well, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also visit Austria's capital Vienna after his Russia trip. The last time an Indian PM went to Austria was over 40 years ago, although India and Austria have been friends for 75 years with extensive trade, tech, sustainable development and people-to-people ties. The PM will also be interacting with the 31,000-strong Indian diaspora in Austria to further strengthen relations with a key European nation. DD India's Gautam Roy reports for more from Vienna.
India-Austria ties go back 75 years. They both share common values such as democratic principles and pluralism. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is visiting Austria on Tuesday and Wednesday, where he'll call on President Alexander von der Bellen and hold delegation-level talks with his counterpart, Federal Chancellor Karl Nehammer. In his departure statement, the PM said, "I look forward to my discussions to take our partnership to even greater heights in new and emerging areas of innovation, technology and sustainable development, among others. Together with the Austrian Chancellor, I look forward to exchanging views with business leaders from both sides to explore mutually beneficial trade and investment opportunities." Austria has a multicultural society with over 31,000 strong Indian diaspora. The PM will also be interacting with them during his visit, which is a much-awaited event for the members of the Indian community.
Everyone is looking forward to meet Prime Minister Modi ji, and it's after a long time that an Indian Prime Minister is coming to Austria, and he has done a lot for the foreign politics and helped a lot for the economic growth and everything. So everyone is looking forward.
Indian diaspora, especially the students and researcher, the subgroup I belong to, is very excited for Prime Minister Modi's visit to Austria. We are looking forward to it, and I am pretty much excited to see how the socio-economical and cultural aspects play forward from this point onwards.
India and Austria have extensive relations from infrastructure, technology to sustainable development. Trade is well balanced, around $3 billion each year. Indian exports to Austria stand at $1.52 billion. Imports from Austria stand at $1.41 billion. Indian investments in Austria amount to over $1 billion. Austrian investments in India are at over $800 million. Austria offers opportunities for collaboration in multiple fields, ranging from infrastructure, renewable energy to startups. India and Austria Startup Bridge was launched in February 2024. 20+ Indian startups went to Austria in June this year to participate in a startup event. India and Austria have also inked a landmark comprehensive migration and mobility agreement in May 2024. India and Austria have been friends for 75 years, and a gap of over 40 years will be filled by the visit of India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Austria, and when these two leaders meet. There's a 31,000 strong Indian community as well who've been looking forward to interact and meet the Prime Minister, and all these events will take the relationship between India and Austria forward into the future, be it in trade, tech or sustainable development. With Count President Pramod Negi, Gautam Roy in Vienna, Austria for DD India.
All right, DD India's Gautam Roy now joins us from Vienna for more. Well, Gautam, what all is on the agenda?
The thing is that it's a landmark year for India-Austria ties, 75 years that they've been friends. Also, the fact that after over 40 years is a head of government from India coming to Austria. That's what this occasion really represents. And Prime Minister Modi will be ensuring that India and Austria review the entire gamut of ties, because these are fairly extensive in trade and commerce. They range from cooperation on infrastructure to technology to sustainable development. There are a lot of cultural and educational links as well. There's a strong Indian diaspora, about 31,000 strong Indian diaspora in Austria, and a lot of students also come here for their education, higher education and otherwise. So all these things, apart from issues of regional and international interest, ranging from what is of interest to Europe, critical interest, because the Prime Minister's just been to Moscow as well, so the war in Ukraine, and of course the issue of as far as trade and improving that with the European Union is also concerned, the India-EU Trade Pact, since Austria is a key member there, could also come up, and certain issues related to startups and, like I mentioned, technology can also be taken forward by the two leaders.
All right. Also, what are the PM's engagements going to be through the 2 days he is in Austria?
Landing in Vienna, which is the capital of Austria, at 6:30 p.m. local time, and from there on is when his trip to Austria will begin. The first day, of course, there's a dinner with the Austrian Federal Chancellor. That is, of course, going to be the highlight as well. The two leaders will have some time to themselves before the actual meet, which is the next day on Wednesday, will begin from 9:55 a.m. And that's a packed day for Prime Minister Modi because everything really is happening on that day. Delegation level talks. There will be media statements that will be made. The two leaders will be doing that. Also, he'll be calling on President von der Bellen as well at the presidential palace. And apart from that, there's an Austria-India CEOs meeting. And then, of course, what the Indian community, the Indian diaspora in Austria has been looking forward to after such a long time, after 40 years, an Indian head of government is coming here and he'll be interacting with them in Vienna here as well. So that is a big headline event for the community here, and that will also be taking place on Wednesday.